Hello friends, welcome to the second part of JavaFX UI controls button tutorial. In this session we are going to complete step 3 and step 4. In the step 3 we are going to apply some effect. I am going to apply the drop shadow effects. Let me take you here in the NetBeans IDE. This is the same project which we have used in the first part of this UI control button tutorial. So if you want to watch that first, link given in the description box is so you can watch that first and come back here and you can continue with this tutorial. And now for that effect I have the code ready, so I have just pasted it here. So this is very straightforward, very simple. So we have the effect classes in JavaFX. So I'm using one of them, which is drop shadow. So I have just created the drop shadow object. Let me show you here in the fxml. When you come here in the fxml, you can come here in the properties section and just scroll down and you will find this effect drop down here. When you click on this plus button, you will get the list of the effect classes. You can see drop shadow is there, so I'm using one of them. You have many options, you can choose any one and apply in the same way. Now the next thing we have to do, we need the button reference object. So suppose we have this button here, and so I'm planning not to do changes with the existing button, so I'm taking a new button. So I have just added here and what else we need to do, we need to assign a fx id to this. So I will go here in the code section, then I will assign this fx id. Now this is button 2. Okay, when you come back here in the fxml controller, you need to declare a fxml variable with the same fx id. So I have just declared here at line number 28. When you come here on the downside, look at the line number 49. We are calling add event handler method, and we are trying to handle the mouse entered event. So we are using mouse event and we have used the constant mouse entered as a first parameter. Then we have implemented the handle method, okay, with the help of this lambda expression, and we have written one statement inside it to apply the effect. So at line number 47 we have created the effect object and simply we are calling the set effect method and passing that effect object. In the same way, line number 53 to 56 we have done the second mouse event handling. Like when you move the mouse over the button, then the effect will be applied, and when you move away with your mouse cursor, then the effect must be turned off. So we applied this. Look at it at line number 54, mouse event dot mouse exited. That means you are taking your mouse away from the button, and then we are applying the set effect and passing the null value. So the first block is applying the effect on button and the second block is removing that effect. And this is the complete code. That's it. I just saved this file and now I'm going to take the clean build of this project and then we will verify is it working or not. Here we go. Now we can run it. And we got this stage. Now you can see when I am putting the cursor on the button, the shadow effect is applied, and when I am moving away from the button, shadow effect is disappearing. So guys, this is the way you can apply the shadow effect. You can try the different effects as well. So choose the class, the effect class, and you can try it on the button. And this is the click event that we have already seen in the previous session. Okay, so we have achieved the applying effect on the button. Now we are at the point 4 in which we will see how to apply the CSS on button. This process is very easy. We need to take the help of the CSS file. So I will show you how you will do it. Okay friends, let's do it. First, come here in this project and select the source package. Do the right click, new, and simply create a new folder. So we are going to put our CSS file. So I just created a folder name CSS, and do the right click, go to the new, and then you have to find the cascading style sheet option. If that option is not here in the list, so select other. When you click on it, this window will appear. So go here at the filters and type cascading. So the corresponding file will appear here. So just select and click next. And at this place, you have to give the name of the style sheet. So you can give any name of your choice. So I set the default, no change. And the file will open here in the editor. Now we have to write some CSS. So what I'm looking for, I want to change the background of this second button. So we will set some color in the background. As you know, we have already assigned the FX ID to this button as well. So we will use this FX ID here in the fxml. To reference the FX ID, we need to use hash sign before the name of FX ID. Okay, so in that case, the CSS will be applied on that particular button or the particular control. This is the example of the CSS that we have written here. Hash button2, you can check. The button2 is the FX ID of the second button, which we have created in the fxml. And if you have a next button like button 3, 4, 5, 6, so you can refer by applying this in front of the name of this FX ID. Okay, let me show you at a glance. So you can notice here, this is the button and the FX ID is here, and the same FX ID is used at line number 10. I hope this is clear to you. So we are applying only CSS on this button. So I'm deleting this button third because we don't have any third button here. And what we are doing here, we are setting the font type for the text which is 22 and the font type is Arial. And FX base, when you use this and after the colons, you have to put the color code, like this is the hexadecimal code. So we are going to set. Now the additional thing you have to do, which is you have to come here in the file which has a start method, and just below the scene object creation, you have to add one line, scene.getStyleSheets.add. After that, you have to give the path of this CSS file. So because we are not in the base package, we are away from the base package. So we are passing the path like CSS / and the file name. So this path is required here. This is the important line. Only then the CSS, the written CSS inside the .css file will be applicable on the controls. That's it. We are done. Now it's time to take the clean build of this project. Here we go. Now I'm running this and the stage is appeared. Now look at here. The button background color is changed now, as we have done here in the CSS. And this one is as usual, click action, and the background is changed. So you can do more styling with the button. But the basic idea, I want to give you the basic idea how you can proceed, and you can explore more and apply more styling on the button or the other controls as well. So guys, this is all about the JavaFX UI control button, and you can do these things with button. I hope you guys have clear understanding on all these concepts which I have explained here in these two tutorial sessions. If you guys found this tutorial relevant and useful, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe my channel. And for now, thanks for watching. Cool IT Help.